Greetings.
Deep beneath the back mountains sits Orzammar, the largest two known remaining dwarven cities in the world. Orzammar was once the seat of a major empire by tunnels called deep roads, which stretched thousands of miles. The city now stands alone, cut off from the rest of the dwarven ancestral lands by the darkspan incursion. Secure in Orzammar's impregnable construction, the dwarven noble houses continue centuries-old power struggle. Accusation and blackmail are commonplace, but the appearance of honor is paramount. You are a child of King Endron of House Icon, the ninth Id ruler elected by the Assembly. You grew up in a world rife with political intrigue, and have struck brothers and cousins honor and prestige. Today, a feast celebrates your first military commission, the opening move towards real power in the ever-changing game of dwarven politics.
Greetings, my lord. You are dressed and ready. Excellent. I couldn't find the armor's matching dagger, but I scrounged up a rather fancy longsword. Do you wish to wear your shield to the noble's feast? So, you'll cut an imposing pic there. Of course, if the other noble has a shield and 3 swords, you'll feel awfully underdressed. One can't take all this marching about and speech-making seriously. Moving on to the business at hand. The king expects you to make an appearance at there's no rush. The noble families will spend hours boring your father with petitions and petty grievances. Part of the celebrations, permits have been auctioned off to the merchant caste who wish to sell wares in the Diamond Quarter. Lord Harrowmont has also opened up the provings for young warriors to test their mettle before tomorrow's battle. Perhaps we should go show them what single combat is really all about. And by we, I mean you. I'll practice my cheering. Right behind you, my lord. The day is ours until the feast.
Good day, Lord.
My Lord Balin? Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were Prince Balin coming down the hall. Forgive me.
It seems she's one of your brother's newest, companions. Prince Balin is attending the feast being held in Lord Iduken's honor.
Yes, of course. It was presumptuous that he would return to... I am sorry. I will show myself out, with your leave, my lord. Thank you. I will go now.
You sure you want to feast now? I doubt we can just see the provings once we're in. I can't wait to see who's fighting today. Your father has allowed the merchants' wares in the Diamond Quarter during missions.
Please me. My work is accredited by Shaper.
These books are lies written by the enemies of House Volney.
Only what I find in the ancient records. Lord Iduken, you can vouch for my work, can't you? Your father loved my History of Iduken, Paragon King, Peacemaker.
This worm has written a book that slanders my house. It doesn't matter, it's all lies.
My work tells the stories of ways to paragons in the last 500 years. When the Assembly names a paragon, that man or woman is their definition. Everything one can aspire to be in the world, form their own noble houses, and are revered as living ancestors. But paragons start off as men.
Volney was more.
Volney became a paragon by the narrowest margin in history. One vote. A vote mired in rumors of intimidation, intrigue, and outright bribery. The records of that vote are kept in the Shaperate and are a matter of fact. Not making history doesn't make it any less true.
Taking his side? What if he published a book like this about your paragon Iduken? And Volney was not? Must you disparage a paragon? You've made a huge mistake.
That fool has no idea how weak his house is, how low he sits in it. Shall I have him killed, my lord?
Well, historically, it is prudent to eliminate a small threat before it becomes larger.
As you say.
You've shown House Iduken a friend to history and the glory of our people. Of course, I have much to document. Good day, Your Highness, and thank you.
Did you see those noble
Gaul merchant?
I've seen
Nothing beats a good set
road
of
made a...
Fantastic, just fantastic.
Our trust follow, big brother. How surprising to run into you out among the women folk.
Especially since duty requires that you attend our King Father at feast today. Have you so little respect for him to disregard his wishes on a day set aside for...
Lord Harrowmont told me we wouldn't be needed for hours at least.
Silence. If I want the opinion of my sibling second, I will ask for it.
Yes, Your Highness.
I speak to lower houses and castes as they should be spoken to. Now do as I say.
You're on your own. I've been dealing with them all afternoon.
What exactly is that supposed to mean, little brother?
Nothing, Trian. I've been having a great time. The speech you gave to the legless boy of hard work and making something of him was fantastic.
As heir throne, it is my duty to impart wisdom and judgment upon those who need it. Now then, you, get to the feast. I'd advise you to watch that tongue, dear sibling. Father will not live forever. Come, Balin.
That was fun. Nothing like being talked down to by the next king. Let's get back to it, are we?
My lord Idukan, nothing here rivals your amazing Idukan armor, but you wish something made?
You very well. House Titan has its own royal armorers.
Of course. Forgive me. You honor me, Highness.
Nonsense, woman. I'm at your service.
What have we here? Two handsome, strapping, noble lords. You both look so grand.
And isn't this the man of the hour, the king's son?
Friend, my lord. Another noble in the honored house Idukan. Oh, then a noble?
No, Telly, a noble. Stonier times.
They're noble hunters, my lord. A man takes his kin as father, and these women hope to bear a noble lord's son. If one is successful, she's raised up to concubine in the noble house to care for her child. It provides new sword arts for the house, and many nobles look favorably on such women.
You're the most appealing, obviously. A noble from the best house there is. Handsome, too. Are you interested in a bit of bedded diversion? Shall I come to the ceremony, then?
First, I want him.
Looking for a woman, Telly, not a little girl. I'm Marty, and I know my lord and knight he'll remember.
Oh, my lord has his energy about him.
There will be no three to a bed, if that's what you're thinking. We both require full experiences all to ourselves. If you think you can manage us both, though. This should prove most interesting. We will wait for you together, my lord, and show you the proper way to celebrate a princely commission.
As you will.
As my lord.
My lord, are you heading to the proving arena? We have been charged with the task escorting you to the proving grounds.
I clean forgot about that. Forgive informed you sooner. The king said you are not to travel through the commons unguarded.
Will we be leaving then? We are at command.
Your Highness, it is an honor to have you here. Have you these brave warrior battle in your honor? Your Highness, this proves your honor.
And by doing as he says, my lord Idukan made in this proving.
Of course, it is well within your rights. Men and women of Orzammar, We have a late entry to these provings, held on eve of battle for the honor of Hydukan. I give you the Lord Dukan himself. Are you ready for your first match? Let us begin! This is a glory proving, fought under the watchful eyes of paragons of Orzammar, honor of House Hydukan. Lord Hydukan will fight Alair Bimo, youngest son of Lord Bimo.
You honor me with this match.
First warrior to fall is vanquished.
Begun. It shall be done. Quickly, we must fight! Very well.
The winner is Lord Hydukan. That was quite a fight. Alair Bimo is slouched with that hammer. Ready for your next opponent. Excellent. Let us go. This is a glory proving, fought under the watchful eye of the paragons of Orzammar for the honor of House Hydukan. Lord Hydukan, might Vandal me, eldest daughter of Lady Helmi.
Honor and glory to your house, your highness.
First warrior to fall vanquished. Fight! You!
No quarter shall be given! Fight for honor! Shall be done. I shall do it.
The winner is Lord Hydukan.
Honor to your house.
That was a crowd pleaser. Many were waiting to see that woman put in her place. Sir Blackstone is your next opponent. Are you ready to face him? Then let us begin! This is a glory proving, fought under the watchful eyes of the paragons of Orzammar for the honor House Hydukan. Lord Hydukan will fight Sir Blackstone, deep-throat squad leader of the warrior caste.
This is your education, child. Try to learn as you
bleed. First warrior to fall is vanquished. Fight!
Very well. Quickly, we must fight! Miss!
When do I get to fight?
The winner is Lord Hydukan. Well done. You have proven that even the best of the warrior caste cannot match a noble Hydukan. Franlin Ivo is your final opponent. He too has had many victories today. Are you ready, Tim? Or will you rest for... Of course. This is a glory proving for the watchful eyes of the paragons of Orzammar, for the honor of House Iduken. It is Lord Iduken will fight Frandlan Ivo, second son of Lord Ivo.
You fight well. I wish you glory to glory tomorrow.
First warrior to fall is vanquished. Victor is champion. Fight!
As you say.
We're to you!
I will not fail!
The winner is Lord Iduken.
Good showing. That was exciting.
Congratulations. Frandlan Ivo is as fierce a competitor as I've ever seen. You've vanquished every warrior of note in today's proving. The ceremonial helm, commissioned by your father for today's winner, is yours. Your glory honors every warrior here.
Honor to your house. My lord, your wish is our command.
Lord, I am so...
He's fainted. Is it hard to be the king's child, never able to just blend in? It's the price. Shall we move along? Grey Wardens are here.
Many thanks for your willingness to hear me out, my lord. I wish to speak to you of a matter most urgent. There is a vote coming before the Assembly next week, and a word from you could go a long way towards helping our cause. The vote concerns the status of the so-called surface caste. Lost to the stone, air-touched, and so forth. Centuries ago, narrow-minded men declared that any dwarf who left to live on the surface forfeited his caste, and his house if noble. That he was, in essence, no longer a dwarf. I seek only to remedy an injustice, to retie the bonds of anyone who can trace himself to one of the noble houses wherever he may live. Please, agree to speak for this noble cause. When your father presents you to the noble houses, I will ask for your opinion on the matter. Merely to say that you feel our surface brothers should be returned their noble rights. What could be more simple?
Your mother would melt the stone if she knew what you just did. Lord Dace is playing you false. Go ahead, be his puppet. Your first command will be marked by every major house turning their back on you. Last spring, a guild from the merchant caste invested heavily in an expedition with a guild from the surface. Lord Dace backed the merchant guild, pouring a great deal of money into the venture. The expedition was a disaster. Clever child. Lord Dace lost a great deal of money and prestige. The Surface Guild has no way to repay the investment, but it does have several leading members who are descended from noble houses. House Helmi, Bimo, Dukin.
She's saying that if the air-touched dwarves have their connections to their houses restored, you'll end up footing the bill for Lord Dace's disaster.
Oh, if I were 20 years younger, I'd bed you just to get some of that quick wit in my house. Your house and mine would be forced to pay the Surfacer's kin debts. It would be a great victory for Lord Dace. If you call his bluff, then you lose your chance to turn the tables. Let him think he has you. Smile and nod, and when he asks his question, tell him that the so-called surface caste are right where they belong. That should take Lord Dace down a peg or two. Good. Your house's reputation hangs in the balance.
My king, please reconsider. The trade contracts alone could bring great prosperity to our houses.
Will we really turn our back on our brothers and a potential fortune in cheap labor because of a political technicality?
Denial of the traditions of our people does not qualify as a political technicality. There is more to life than monetary gains, my lords Bimo and Mao. The Assembly of Kal Sharok will respect the ruler, or they will rot and die alone, surrounded by enemies.
Yes, my king.
But look, we have company to spare us further wrangling. Atrast Vala, my son. How fine you look in your great-grandfather's armor. I hear you were declared champion of the provings. I suppose you were never one to sit by when something exciting was going on. Are you ready to be presented to the heads of the noble houses? So dutiful. Very well, let us begin. Lords, ladies, grant me a moment of your time. We are here today so I may present to you my second eldest child, blessed by the stone and born of the blood that ran in the veins of the paragon Idukan. Who would pose a question to the prospective commander? Who seeks to know the prospect better?
I have a question. I seek to know the prospect better.
Lord Dace, head of House Dace, speak.
Lords, ladies, my question concerns the plight of our wayward kin, the so-called surface caste. What does the Commander Prospect think is the proper place for these lost souls?
Are you satisfied, Lord Dace? Do you feel you have learned something about the prospect?
Yes, my king.
Then if there are no other challenges, I give you Orzamar's next commander. Tomorrow, our newest commander will lead part of a mission to strike a great blow to the darkspan. Not only does this recover access to some of our most important mines, but it also allows honored guest Duncan, head of Ferelden's Grey Wardens, to strike far into the deep roads.
Thank you, King Endrin. While the darkspawn seem to withdraw, it is only because they are massing on the surface. This could mean a blight, and my men and I will discover the truth.
We are honored to have you with us, my friend. Now, feast, drink, and celebrate, for the morning brings battle! As for you, my commander, find your brother Ian and send him to me. He may be watching the provings, or getting some rest in his rooms. Don't question it. Just go for the ancestors' sake. Quickly, find Trian.
May the ancestors grant us victory against the darks.
My lord. Much that you don't already know. My father's father was a great hero of the Deep Roads excursion. He was even nominated to join the Assembly. My father served your father for many years, as you...
Greetings, my lord Idukan. It is an honor to meet you at last. I have had the opportunity to recently meet with your... He speaks highly of you. He says you may be the most skilled warrior in all of House Idukan. I have no doubt it is deserved. Need more Grey Wardens like you, and quickly. Even as the darkspawn weaken here in Orzammar, they are stirring on the surface. A blight has begun. Soon the fight must go beyond the roads, lest the darkspawn threaten all the world. Alas, I do not think he would take kindly to that suggestion. As the child of the king and heir after Lord Trian, your peer. I wish you luck in the deep roads tomorrow. Show the darkspawn the might of your people.
I'd watch my back if I were you. Dace will want revenge.
Well played for once.
Your Highness, what a surprise. Apologize if we are in your way.
Congratulations on being named commander, my lord.
Ancestors watch over you. No sign of trouble.
I am...
So you are a commander now, in name at least. Shouldn't you be attending our King Father? Of course he does. We must discuss strategy before tomorrow's battle. Balin, stay here and stroke the new commander's conceit if you like. But then get to bed.
All day I've put up with that. He can really grate on the nerves. And what I tell you next won't make you any more fond of him. Big brother, Trian is going to try to kill you. I overheard him giving orders to some of his men, and I was shocked. Then it began to make sense. Trian's decided you're a threat to his taking the throne. Maybe he's... It would be unusual for the Assembly to ignore the king's choice, but it does happen.
The founder of House Bimo became a paragon and king in one move from the Assembly, and he was a commoner.
That was an extraordinary case, but at least a half-dozen times the Assembly named a lesser family member, or even someone from another house, as king. Usually, it's the popular younger brother of an undesirable prince. Look at it from his perspective. You're more personable than ever been. You entered the provings held in your own honor just for glory and to please the crowds. If you win glory against the darkspan tomorrow, it will only strengthen the case for you as the next heir. Trian Fear's father will replace him on the spot. If not, the Assembly will surely turn against him when father dies. You know his pride will never allow him to step aside. You're the elder. I'll follow your lead as always.
Permission to speak freely? Trian would make a terrible king, but no one wants to say it. He has just enough back in the Assembly to make it ugly when your father dies, but not enough to become king. Killing him now makes your house stronger and saves a great deal of bloodshed later.
I'm afraid I must agree with you. Tomorrow's battle is the time to do it. I'll fight out the rendezvous and buy you the time to do what must be done. I'm taking your place as father's second, so I'll be at hand tomorrow. For now, try to get some sleep.
Let's go. You don't want to keep those lovely ladies waiting.
Trian and his men will clear the way for the Grey Wardens to descend into the easternmost caverns. Those caverns are still infested by the worst of the darkspawn. We cannot risk our own troops here.
Understood, Lord Harrowmont. We should be able to sense the darkspawn and avoid them once the way is open.
May the paragons favor you, and the stone catch you if you fall.
Come, men! Glory awaits!
Balin, you and your men will second the king, clearing the main road.
Don't you think it looks a little cowardly to allow these humans to take our place where the fighting is thickest?
Are you questioning the battle plan?
Of course not. I'm sure your caution is for the glory of us all.
Enough, Balin! Take your men and make ready. Harrowmont and I need to have words with your sibling.
Good luck, my brother.
Your father has a special mission for you.
In the eastern deep roads, there is a secret door carved into the stone.
The door leads to a thaig, abandoned long ago by your ancestors. The Darkspawn have made it impossible to reach.
My father believed that the shield of the paragon Aidukan remains in that thaig, under the stones of the central room. Reclaim the shield, and glory will be yours.
We've sent 2 scouts ahead to make sure the tunnels are cleared. But be careful. One of the scouts will meet you at the first crossroads you come to. The second will be further in. When you get to the door, use your signet ring to open it. Questions? Very good. The crossroads where you meet the first scout will be the rendezvous point. There you can present the shield to the lords and demonstrate the strength of Aidukan.
May the ancestors watch over you, my child.
I am at your service. I am at your service.
Lord Mino's men have taken this.
I am at your service.
has begun. Very well. Shall be done. Very well. I shall do it. Into the fray!
You're looking bright. Feeling a little more, virile? Ready to slay the darks? Oh, believe me, I was doing plenty of imagining. I can't believe you didn't invite me. Anyway, we keep moving. Genlocks aren't likely to stop and commiserate with my anatomy.
You made it, Commander. Did you run afoul of any darkspawn? As you say, onward then.
As you say. I shall do it. It has begun. Shall be done.
You're here. I thought the darkspawn had got you for sure. And I'll make sure I'm behind you if we're swarmed. We want the tunnel ahead, but there are darkspawn tracks all over it. Be careful. I'm with you.
Very well.
hurry.
Looks like someone beat us to the door.
This darkspawn body is fresh. Whoever opened the door is most likely still in there.
Yes, my lord.
So glad you could finally join us. We feared you'd gotten eaten by darkspawn. Turns out the shield isn't quite as easy to retrieve as I was led to believe. I wager you know where it is, though. So maybe you tell me where it is, and I won't mutilate your body so bad your father doesn't recognize you. I'm your better, that's who. And as to how I got in, that's a question you'll have to ask the stone after I butcher you. Now where's the shield? Bit for bite, huh? Both of us banking on killing the other and losing nothing by the telling? Very well. One of Prince Trian's men brought me this ring. It opened the door just fine. Now where is the sodding shield? Just kill them, boys. We'll find this shield on our own.
We're going to be attacked! It has begun. Battle! We must fight. Let us go quickly. It shall be done. Sonic, into the fray! It has begun. As you say.
Die!
Be off!
Ancestors have mercy on you.
Honor and glory! Very well.
Okay.
It shall be done.
Taste steel!
As you say. Fine thing. I shall be.
Is that really Trian's signet ring? It would have been a major victory to get the shield first, but he showed his hand and failed. The first way we can hurt him is to find that shield ourselves. You have your orders, boys. We should keep moving. The room. How do we get the shield? You two, see if you can spot anything. That's it. We've got it.
Doesn't look like much.
The skill of our crafters has come far since then. But still, the Shield of Iduken.
I can feel it. It's inspirational.
You say so. It's just a shield. Back in the direction we came from, at the crossroads.
To the crossroads.
There! More of the fiends ahead! Very well. Shall be done. I shall do it. As you say. I shall do it. It shall be done. Very well. It has begun. As you say. We're really scheming against us. This would burn ambush. We've got the shield, and we're all alone out here.
What's that you're muttering about? Right you are, Commander.
Atrast Vala, brother. I'm here. I am, however, unaware or outnumbered. Disappointed. Do you think I fear to name your treachery? You have plotted to murder me so you could take my place as heir. Convinced Balin to help take my men and me by surprise. Do you deny it? Just stop! You have gone too far this time. Your grandstanding at the provings I could overlook. That the nobles love you when you have accomplished nothing. This I have learned to give. I know I will never be loved in Orzammar, but I will rule. Nothing, not even my treacherous kin, will stop me from claiming my right. You and your companions will throw down your weapons, confess your treason, and be tried in front of me. Then you will die here. May the stone reject your unworthy, treacherous body. Kill the traitors! Enemies approaching! Very well. This one's mine! I shall do it. Get off! There you go. Shall be done. Take care! As you say, I shall do it. May the paragons watch over me. You tangled with the wrong man. As you say. You're in for a world of hurt! Stop right there.
Hurry, Father, before it's too...
By all the ancestors, what has happened here?
It seems we weren't fast enough. Balin was right.
My son, tell me this isn't what it looks like.
Can you prove it?
You could have got that ring anywhere. Can these men substantiate your claim?
It's true. There were men in the Tig trying to steal the shield.
Sir Gorham, your loyalty makes you a useless witness. It falls to others to tell the story. You, Scout, what happened here?
Trian and his men were here early. Seems they'd done battle with the darkspan. Lord Iduken came up to them all friendly-like, but when we got close, he ordered us to attack.
Friend Ivo, You are a good and noble man. Did the scout speak the truth?
He did, my lord. It was terrible. Prince Trian didn't stand a chance. Afterward, my lord stripped his signet ring.
You treacherous bastard!
Silence, Gorham. Do you have anything else to say, my son? I want to believe that. I really do.
Bind him. He will be judged before the assembly. To Orzammar.
Yes.
10 minutes, sir. Officers and all.
Leave us alone, will you? I would have come sooner had they allowed it. How are you? The Assembly isn't going to call for you. Balin has taken Trian's place in the Assembly. He introduced a motion to condemn you immediately, and it easily passed. He had fully half the Assembly ready to vote on something completely against tradition and justice. He must have been making deals and alliances for months, if not years. I'm afraid so. Some of the lords, especially Harrowmont, are suspicious of Balin's instant rise to power. They are rallying, but far too slowly. The Assembly has already sentenced both of us. I am to be exiled to the surface, but you're to be sealed in the deep roads to fight darkspan until you are overwhelmed and killed. It doesn't have to be. Lord Harrowmont gave me access to see you so I could tell you this. Duncan and the Grey Wardens are still in the deep roads, in tunnels connected to those you are to be left in. If you survive long enough to find the Grey Wardens, you may be able to escape with Duncan. Our time is up. May the Paragons guide your sword and the stone hold you up. I will always be your man, my Lord Iduken.
They are ready for you now. Here is the prisoner, Lord Harrowmont.
Having been found guilty of fratricide by the Assembly of Orzammar, you are hereby sentenced to exile and death. Your name is from this point forward stripped from the record. You are no longer a person, nor a memory. You are to be cast into the deep roads with only sword and shield. Dare to redeem your life by fighting the enemies of Orzammar until your death. Do you have anything to say before the sentence is carried out? I understand your anger. You should have been allowed to defend yourself. Had I the power to this, I would have. Look me in the eye and tell me you didn't do this. For your father's sake. Trian's blood is on Balin's hands as well as yours. I will do everything I can to make sure he does not profit by it. Soldier, hand the accused your sword and shield. Open the doors and let the condemned walk through. May the stone accept you when you fall.
will be done. Come, let us end this! I shall do it. As you say. Careful! It has begun. Best beware. For the fools! We must gain the advantage.